What you'll never see. What you'll never see.
What I'll never see.
Is
Here we go.
Is the human element that being late is disrespectful.
Wait.
So
what?
like I'm okay.
How do I not know that?
Whatever. Like in my head, the logistics
Correct.
of
That's
like,
why
oh shit, all right.
That's
Okay,
why we appreciate
I'm
you
not
racing.
asking for appreciation.
No, well, quote, racing in to get here by 10.
Wait, but I agree, being
He's
late is
congratulating
disrespectful. Yeah, right. Like, being late is disrespectful.
No, he's congratulating himself. He's taking a victory lap.
I'll just read off my phone. But I want to look at the lines and shit while I do the show. Pete! I hate him. I'm trying to get on both. I'm trying to go back and forth. I'm switching back and forth. All right, here we go.
Did you get online?
No, I'm just going to use my phone. It's the most frustrating thing ever. An internet company just doesn't. And then he says, when I ask him, he says it's not the Wi-Fi, it's the internet. What does that mean? That's the same thing, is it not?
It's not the Wi-Fi. He's saying, I think it is the carrier, but that makes no sense. That just makes no sense.
Should I get you plugged in?
Get him in here. Get him on the show. Get that fucking fake sick ass, real sick ass on the show.
All right, I'll start the show. I'll start the ad. Get him in here. All right, Barstool Pick'em brought to you by Game Time, created by fans for fans. Game Time is a ticketing app that makes it easier than ever to score last-minute deals on tickets to sports, concerts, and shows, and they guarantee the lowest price. If you haven't given Game Time a shot yet, what are you waiting for? We've had tons of Barstool fans using it, letting us know about the great deals they are getting. We've been going all around the country. Big Ev's been using Game Time, going to different stadiums. He was at NIU last night. He's seen them all. I think they're releasing a bunch of videos from that. He was at the Big House. College football, 2 weeks left in the regular season. Also, championship Saturday. Make sure you buy tickets to see your team win their conference championship if they're in it. And use Game Time. They're so easy to use. Amazing deals. You're going to love it. Download the Game Time app. Go to the account tab to create a login. Redeem code PICK'EM for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Download Game Time. Last-minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed with the Game Time app. Pete, why is it that every time I sit in this seat, I go from my desk to this seat, the internet just doesn't work for 10 minutes?
It's because you're still connected to the spot over by your desk, which is not great, and you needed to realize that and then.
But why does it take so long?
I don't know.
I hate this office.
You can just shut the Wi-Fi off. Real quick.
I did.
30 seconds, turn it back on, and it'll.
No, it doesn't. It's not like that. It's not like that. I've been sitting here trying to do it for 10 minutes.
I mean, I'm happy to take a look at it.
I don't want you touching my computer.
Pete, are we still going with a lost voice 3 days later, and not like a really sick person, like a sickly, feeble person? Say that with a straight face.
I'm not sick.
You're not sick.
It's my voice.
You're coming in this bus. Are you riding with us? You're not sick.
It's my voice.
Okay.
I believe you.
You're right.
I'm not a sickly, feeble
You're
person.
sick.
I'm here just grinding it out.
But you're getting everybody. You're bringing the. You're saying
I
you
didn't
have
ask to come in here. This room is packed full of people, and I did not ask to come in here.
But you flew on a plane. You already contaminated Dan.
Yeah, no,
Like,
I'm fucked.
didn't talk.
I've been compromised. He was sitting right next to me.
Did anybody see that one?
Well, Rico's
I've
in the
been
office
Rico.
1 day a week for 1 hour,
been
so
near
he
Rico
can't
a
hurt
week.
anyone.
This entire company's sick.
But are you still going with the storyline that you're not sick at all?
Of course.
Yeah, he was sitting next to me in the plane, just fucking
admit that's not true.
When you look back,
Admit that's not true.
We were right.
Admit that's not true.
You were
Should've made him in the
you were the
not sitting
second
next to you.
closest person to me.
Put him in
You
the
were
bathroom.
across
with
the
me.
aisle, one behind. When we looked at each other, we locked eyes.
facing-
You just breathed shit into my face.
Absolutely not. We were facing separate.
He was holding hands with Spider because he's scared of planes.
Yeah, I saw that, and that's also a good way to pass germs. And then Spider gives them to me because he's my driver. Let me tell you this: when we were doing the live show, and Pete's like, "Dave, can you hear me in the headset?" We almost couldn't start the show. I couldn't even hear him. He was incapable.
But
of doing
I
his job.
I was making sure you could hear me, which means you could hear everybody else. And then
Right,
go
but
into
when
the
you're
show.
talking, it's tough.
All right, Pete. So this is actually good that you're here. We'll start with this real quick. The Invitational, because I know people want to hear our recap real quick. I thought it went great.
So did I.
I thought it was as good as it possibly could be.
Absolutely.
What did you, Dave? Did you give high regards to Pete for that, pulling that off?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, Dan, it's like Listen, I bust Pete's balls. He was a great hire by me. I get that. He fucks up a lot. As I say, I don't really care about fuck-ups. But outside of people being like, the telecast isn't working, it feels the same to me when we're announcing. The feedback that I saw was over the top, like, wow, that was really good. Now, I don't think Pete was necessarily doing it because we had like
we had a
people
producer,
in our we had people in our headset, by the way, talking entirely too much. I hate that.
Trying to give us jokes.
Jokes and like
Caleb was mad
like,
about that too.
I understand basketball and what we're doing, and I just have a tendency, if I'm speaking and someone cuts in, I stop speaking. I like listen. It's like, all right, what? And they're just saying nothing. Like, that's a 3-pointer for Toledo. Like, no shit, buddy. Like, so I get it. I think that's more. Although I was wondering whether they do that, they think we're novices, or they do that for everybody.
No,
but
they do it
didn't
because they
need
think
that.
they're pros. Yeah.
They do it because they think we're pros?
Yeah, well, they're used to doing it. I work with people, and they're like, tell them this, and I actually fake push the button, and I say it so that the people will think that I told you, but I don't tell you guys.
Because you know that
'Cause
we're
I know you
dumb,
can't handle
and
it.
we
Yeah.
can't, anything
Yeah.
you say to us, we'll just repeat on air.
Yeah, and you'll stop
would
talking
kill
and respond to me on air. So I tried to.
That's a
I-
good
I
That's
move,
what
tried to
Pete.
people
explain
That's
like.
a good move.
Yeah.
People like that.
Yeah.
But it went well. If the numbers are accurate, which we put out, which I got from Gaz, and who knows where Gaz gets them, they're widely impressive numbers. Like, people aren't appreciating how huge those numbers are if those numbers are accurate. They're huge.
Yeah.
Like, it said 210,000 uniques. I'm going to stick with that, and I think whatever. I'm going to stick with that. The numbers that we saw comparatively for like Big Ten Network, ESPN2, ESPN, you got to remember, they're picking the premier games that go on each day.
Right.
And they're on like prime time usually. We're doing 5 o'clock on a Friday with teams. I love Toledo. I can't believe I didn't bet them yesterday. But teams that people really don't care about unless you are attached to that team or school. So the numbers were fucking huge.
Yeah.
And I thought I got a little loose with the swearing at the end because it's like 4 hours. I didn't hear any complaints. I don't think we should do that. That was my fault. I probably swore 3 or 4 times. I shouldn't. But no kickback on the gambling. Like, we met with the Toledo AD, and he loved it. He's like, this is the next generation. If schools, teams get comfortable with that, somebody is going to build that network, whether it's us or who knows. That's coming.
And it's the people who can realize that we will say things in the moment, but as soon as the game's over, the game's over. Like
100%.
that's really what it comes down to, because I understand people get a little nervous when it's kids, but they're getting paid now.
It.
Yeah.
Like Schmoot, who I was all over.
Yeah.
He loves us. He was there at the halftime show. I will say we're giving away the whole kit and caboodle, but not everyone's capable of doing it like we do it. We're in a unique position, Barstool, that you and I, Dan, are probably the two most genuine, like, well-known, colorful gamblers in the world.
Right.
Like, we can do it. Not everyone can find those people. But I just drew a blank for a second.
Oh, well, I was just
It's built to be an alternative broadcast.
Yes.
It should never be the single broadcast. You should never make like an 8-year-old kid who wants to watch Toledo have to watch that to get the Toledo broadcast. But there should be a channel where there is always the alternative second, ESPN. Well, I feel like we kind of started this, but whether people say the Manning-cast, we were doing shit like that long before the Manning-cast. This is the first time, though, we've done it in a manner where you could watch the game with us. Usually we don't have the rights, so it's just on us.
Right.
That's the first time we were able to mix the two. Arizona Bowl will be the same, but someone's going to do it.
Yeah.
Someone's going to do it.
Yeah.
It's a big idea.
Yeah. All right, Pete, thank you. Appreciate it.
You got a
piece
pick?
of shit.
Is your Wi-Fi working?
Yeah, it works finally now. You
exactly.
waited me out. Yeah, and Dave,
got
it's
a
funny
pick, Pete?
because
I don't have a pick. Sorry.
when you think about it, like this is going to sound crazy, but like people have expertise in a lot of things, like people on TV who a color analyst on a football game, like usually a former NFL guy, he's an expert on like offensive line play or whatever. I do think that we have the expertise of knowing when a bet is fucked. Like, I think I am better at that than anyone in the world.
Never mind even that. Gamblers watch the game different. We went at the Toledo game. You and I went into the radio booth for a second. I was calling the game. If I was a gambler, I'd been like, don't get Dave out of that booth because the guy's great voice as announcers. He wasn't seeing the flag as quickly as I was
Yes.
like, no, he's like, big game. I'm like, no, that's a flag. Like, hold on, hold. Like, I was calling out, like, as the play was going, like, that's a hold. That's coming back. He was kind of like describing it, being jovial. And it's like when you're listening and the announcer gives you a big play, you're like, wait, there's a flag. I was looking at it totally different.
Yeah.
Like when that guy got paralyzed, I'm like, is that a fumble? I can review. They are much more tell the story. I'm much more. You got to give people facts.
Yeah.
You can't let people think you have a 20-yard gain when I know there's a hold right there.
Yeah, you have to make sure the play stands. That's the most important part of every play that happens when you gamble on a team. Okay, so that was a little Barstool Invitational recap. We also had, Rico. Let's just shout out Rico for getting here.
Thank you.
10
Hashtag
a.m.
thank you, Rico Boss.
He's
So
here.
I was literally, I woke up around like 8 and I wanted a tracker because I knew he was racing. I'm like, I don't want him to go
Racing.
120 to get here, but I know he's laying his balls on the line to get here at 10 a.m. on a Thursday.
Who does that? You do.
It is what it is. It's a
10
courtesy.
Thank you,
Being
Rico
being
Bosco.
late is disrespectful. I left the house at 7:40. Like there's logistical.
Yes.
It won't happen again.
Yeah.
I walked in at 9:43.
That's my guy.
It won't happen again.
But it was. Do you?
It's legit. It's literally logistics of getting into the city at a certain time. So I moved
Right.
some things around. I did it. It won't happen. I will never bring it up again. It won't happen again.
No, that was great. Listen,
Literally a 2-hour drive in. Like I don't know what you want me to say.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I know the 10 a.m. wake-up call is we're unusually early here at Barstool when we ask our employees to be here at 10 a.m. on a Thursday. So I get it. It's hardships, and that's why we were very thankful that you could grace us with your presence.
You did it.
At 10 a.m.
Do you? Do you think? I'm not
You
going to
could
pick
go
on you
to-
for this, but do you realize why we joked about that?
Yes, but what
'Cause, like,
you'll never see. What
Okay,
you'll never see.
what I'll never see.
Is
Here we go.
Is the human element that being late is disrespectful.
Wait,
so
what?
like I'm okay.
How do I not know
Or
that?
like on in my head the logistics
Correct.
of
That's
like
why
oh
we
shit all right
appreciate. That's
okay
why
got
we
it.
appreciate.
I'm
you
not asking
racing.
for appreciation.
No,
Just,
well, quote, racing in to get
Wait.
here by 10.
Wait, but that's. I agree. Being
He's
late is
congratulating
disrespectful. Yeah, right. Like being late is
No,
disrespectful.
he's congratulating himself. He's taking a victory lap.
Wait, you understand the part that Dave and I were shocked at is like we have crazy schedules.
Yes,
like be
I
here
totally
at
get
10.
that.
Got it. All he had to do was use his patented line. Got it.
Got it.
It was the one time you could have used.
No,
got
but-
it.
We don't understand the human element of it, Dan. Traffic patterns, waking up, getting here. He has beep. He's the only one who's ever had beeps.
Not saying
so.
You
no matter what,
do you-
it's about an hour and 15 on a good day.
Do you?
So that's it.
do
So you just got to move some.
But you
things.
only
That's
come
all.
to the office once a week now.
Yeah.
So it's like
I got.
Can I
okay.
ask something? And this I don't think we have to cut out. Do you think you're the only person in the world who commutes into work?
Absolutely not. But during rush hour, that adds time. That's
But rush hour by nature, why is
Yeah,
it
I got it.
Let's go again. Why is it? No, you don't. Why is it called rush hour?
people are rushing to work.
Correct. Like maybe the entire world?
Yes. Which is what I know. Yeah.
Got it.
So that adds time. It'll never happen again.
So
by the way, I did a bad job because people might not have seen the rundown. That's my fault. What we're talking about, we can even put this at the beginning, is we were trying to plan. Dave and I were in Maction. We were in Toledo. We were in Northern Illinois. We were traveling all around. We had to do pick 'em
followed by preface by the Barstool Classic,
UFC.
Molly the Meatball.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
4 different cities in 5 days.
Yes. So a lot of travel, a lot
6
of craziness.
for me because Miami back. You have to get my days.
Just an insane travel schedule. And so on Monday, I texted the group, Pick'em group, and I was like, "Hey, can we do Pick'em? Everyone good with Pick'em at 10 o'clock on Thursday? It's not a normal time." And Rico said, "I have some oblos. I will race in to get there by 10." The one day a week he comes to work, he had to race in to get here. All he had to say was like, "Yeah, I'm coming in."
And my response to that, we'll pull this up here. It's a little bit back in the conversation, but I can definitely find what led to this exchange. Let's see here.
This is also off of the heels of Nadeau just doing the sideshow Bob stepping on a rake and hitting himself in the face. And then,
All right, here,
and then Rico just is like, wait, let me step on that rake too.
Sunday, 6:08, Big Cat. Let's pencil in Thursday at 10 a.m. That work for everybody. Thumbs up. Rico Ryder. Yeah, I dropped the beep at 8. I'll race in from there. My response. Truly motivational by Rico to get to work by 10 on a Thursday. This is why we ride. Big Cat. Way to go, Rico. I won't mention that I'm flying back late Wednesday night. We'll be in at 9 a.m. for a meeting and staying until midnight with all the other shows I have to do. I just applaud your work ethic. Sunday, 6:28. Rico Ryder has left the conversation.
It was a negative environment. You made your point. I listened.
Got out of it.
I don't think I'm getting enough credit for listening. You're saying do X amount of stuff.
No.
I'm listening.
You're getting a ton of credit because what I didn't do is I forgot the human element of getting to work at 10 a.m.
Every day. Well, not every day for you. You come in once a week.
No, I'm listening to what you're saying.
Yeah.
Spend your time
Maybe
different
go
places.
with the Tommy Lights. Do you remember old video Tommy Lights?
I heard this story, yeah.
He showed up at like noon. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, well, rush hour. Got to avoid rush hour.
All right. Well, I mean, thank you for being here. This is great. Pick 'em. Appreciate it.
Week 12, right?
Will you be at the streams on Sunday?
Sunday looks good.
Oh, okay. Nice. All right. So, will you be at the Michigan Ohio State stream?
That one looks good too.
Oh, okay. Nice. We're 2 for 2.
Unless
then.
I get ambushed again.
Oh, what's the ambush?
Last year was an ambush. I had Ohio State big, got ambushed, should have just left. I'm telling you right now, if I get ambushed, I'm out.
I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What is the?
Last year, I had a major wager on Ohio State.
Okay.
The stream got ambushed. I knew right away this bet's going south. I left, and you were like, no, come back. I had to sit there the whole time knowing I'm fucked.
What was the ambush?
Seats were occupied.
Who?
Cons.
Non-regulars.
Cons.
Happy New Year.
That's it.
Mr. Bosco, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. It's a fresh
Happy New Year,
beginning.
guys. Dapper.
Beginning.
Somebody's going to pick up the Chinese. Oh, wow, yeah, I'll hang out for a minute.
So fresh beginning. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Fresh beginning. Rico, we need the 16.5, Rico. Whoa.
Just fuck me. First half, big time. It's your night, too, right?
Rico, we need the over 16.5. Grandma.
Fuck you. Varsity Stream, email over here. Fuck me. Where's the Chinese food? Go to get it.
So this is, again, Cons.
saying.
I don't even know if that was a situation where he texted me. He might have been like, hey, can I come watch the game? And I was like, yeah.
I don't
I
consider
think
that
it
an
was
ambush, by the way.
Dave.
Yeah.
That one was Dave.
That might have been Dave, but either way, it's not like
I
he
don't.
works for us.
Cons can come to any game he wants. I don't consider it an ambush. You're the only one who lives in that world where it's all about you. Certainly, Michigan, Ohio State is not about you. We'd love to have you, but if you consider other people being there an ambush, that's just your personal issues.
I got it. Yeah, definitely. I got issues. We know that.
Is it because you fought against him in Afghanistan?
No.
Okay. Rico hit the half-court shot.
And we're going to have to hear that Bosco gets the money. No, he doesn't. They already said it. No, he doesn't. But you don't think that's going to stop Bosco from trying to... You know what? I'm going to give him this one. He is
That was great. I ruined my week, I'm not going to lie, because after all the heat that I had taken for air balls, he threw 8 straight air balls up and then switched.
4. 1 out of 5.
No. There were more than 4. There were definitely more than 4.
I took 5 shots.
I know you had 3 to start. 3 air
For
balls
sure.
to start.
Then I hit the rim, and then I hit it.
You had to get your line.
1 out of 5. Yeah, I also haven't shot in a long time.
That was like losing 10 straight bets and hitting a crazy long shot parlay to end Sunday night. Because
I
that
gave
would have been...
That was Stu Finer of the year. He was like 0 for 3,000 on Advisor. Then he did like a 30-team parlay.
And
that
hit
year.
it. Yeah. I give you credit online.
Yeah.
Listen, the invitation was great. You did pout the entire day.
I was
like
working.
literally the entire day. We were playing hoops. We were playing on the court. Everyone was having fun. You were pouting. We did the mops. Jerry leaned into it. Was great. You were sitting under the hoop pouting. Like, I get it. You pout. So I was happy that you hit the shot.
I was there to work.
Okay, I get it. You could say that, but you pout and you just make everything miserable to be around. But you did hit the shot, so I gave you credit for that. You don't think you pout?
No, I mean, I have an intense work face.
That's a good way to put
Am
it.
I looking at the wrong listings here? I thought you said Bosco wasn't in the top 20. He is, unless I'm looking at the wrong one.
I don't think
I have him in. I have him
10.
in here.
Oh, he is.
Top
13.
10? Oh, I thought you were no.
Oh,
13.
hell yeah, Bosco.
That made no sense, actually, Dan. When you're like, yeah, he did enough vlogs, but wasn't in the top 20. That's very hard to do.
I missed his name, and then I texted Hubs.
Yeah,
He said
Dante
he did
Riggs,
16.
Hubs, Thornton, Nate, John Rich, Clem, Big Tennessee, Pat, Jordy, Matt Fitzgerald, Robbie Fox, Rico, White Sox, Dave, Greeny, Billy Football, Marty Mush, Chef, Chief, Jake Marsh, Eddie. So good job.
Hell
That's
yeah,
all we asked for.
Rico. Good job. Things are starting to turn, maybe?
They've been ranked for a couple of weeks now, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
good.
magical how that works.
Yeah.
Do the work, get ranked.
It's allocating, yeah. I mean, you didn't pick Central moves out of the way, change some stuff up.
Don't do this. Don't do
It
this.
works.
Don't do this. I'm just going to pretend I didn't hear that.
Priorities.
I fucking love this guy.
I'm going to pretend that I didn't hear a 1 hour show is the difference between. I'm just going to pretend I didn't hear it.
All right.
Rico, you went to a college basketball game last night. How
That's
was
not
that?
true. Joey Yanks was at that game.
Oh, Joey Yanks is at
Shout
that
out game time. They were unbelievable seats. Joey
Yeah.
told me it was unbelievable. Joey also, he had a blog spiked. Joey made a former official head of officiating admit a time mistake
Wow.
in the Kentucky Michigan State game.
That's big for Joey Yanks.
It was big for Joey Yanks. Yeah, and it didn't get blogged. They didn't.
They didn't blog it? You know?
Well, the headline was a former Jersey Shore cast member made the head of officiating admit a mistake. So there was a lot of like inside jokes. So they spiked it.
I would have liked to read that blog. Can you send that to me?
Yeah. Let's see.
Bald Nate coming at you.
No, I mean he's doing his job.
Wow, Bald Nate. Quite a nickname.
Gas gave him that one, but it's a great one.
Do we have the records, by the way, Deuce? Where is it? Where are they? Oh.
I was horrible last week.
I was
I've fallen.
horrible, too.
No, you're ahead, Dan.
Yeah, but I was horrible last week.
19 and 23. I was
Yeah.
4 and 9.
And I've also started, Dave, this week I'm already 3 and 6 this week already. So
Rico had his first winning week of
I'll
the
read it
season,
after,
I
I'll read
think.
it
It's been really bad.
yeah, Rico had a winning week. I was terrible. Dave was terrible. We are now in big time risk of
Nobody getting the trophy.
nobody
Yeah.
getting the trophy, which would be bad. We need a
It's
vacated.
weird because I felt like I didn't have that bad of a week. I looked at the records. I bet Auburn. I didn't have that on the record. Iowa, my mortal lock won, and then USC late. So I think I did okay money management wise.
And well, UFC.
Correct.
I mean, the UFC was
UFC
huge for us.
and the basketball tournament.
Yeah. Those. I mean, UFC was like,
Yeah.
it saved my Saturday because it was a bad Saturday.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, Rico, why don't you do the Roman ad and then we'll get into some games, right?
Yeah.
I would like to read that blog. I love when Joey Yanks starts going after officials. So you weren't at the game, just so we're clear.
No, Joey Yanks was there. He said game time was unbelievable.
You wouldn't go to a college basketball game.
Not allowed.
Yeah, true. Banned.
I'm listening to everything you're saying. Where is it?
You do. You listened well.
I have. Hey, I'm ranked the last couple of weeks.
You are. Look at that smile coming back. This is the Rico. He's coming back a little.
Let's tell you about our friends at Roman. 42%, almost half of men experience moderate to extensive hair loss in their in their lifetime. There are options available to help stop balding in its tracks. The sooner a person starts treatment for hair loss, the easier it is to keep their hair they have. Roman offers prescription medication and over-the-counter treatments. Roman also offers specially formulated shampoos and conditioners. Research shows that 80% of men who use prescription hair loss treatment had no further loss after 2 years. Getting started is simple. Complete a free online visit. Then a U.S. licensed healthcare professional will work with you to help find the best treatment plan. If medication is appropriate, Roman ships it directly to you in discreet packaging with free 2-day shipping. The whole process is straightforward and discreet. Treatments start at $20 per month on a quarterly plan. Right now, Roman has a special offer for our listeners. Just go to ro.co/pick'em, P-I-C-K-E-M, to get 20% off your first order. That's ro.co/pick'em for 20% off.
Great job. Great ad read.
Thank you.
Okay, so 2 weeks of the regular season left. We are in danger of having the Pat Hill Trophy vacated for the first time ever. The rule is you have to be over 50% to be eligible to win it. I am 50.2%. Dave is 49.2%. Rico is 44.2%. The Bob Diaco standings, we have a new leader. Dukes is in first, 9-3.
Running away.
Oh, maybe he was in. You were in first last week.
Yeah, I lost last week with Texas.
Oh, okay, all right. So you won. You won this. Okay, so you're 9-3. Dave's 8-4.
And not running away. I mean, run away. I'm 1 game behind him, Rico.
He's literally one game.
Fair.
Yeah, 1 game. If Dave wins and Dukes loses, their time.
Yeah, got it. He's having a great year.
It could happen just like that.
Yeah, you didn't get it.
I should have
because
said.
It was run away. Yeah.
Okay.
Should have said what?
What? No. He's been hot. Yeah, should have said got it.
Well, he lost last week.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I lost with Texas. They lost to TCU.
That was a bad game for me. Very bad game for me.
That was good for Kansas State.
Bad game for me. All right, anything, Rico, you want to talk about any college football playoff stuff before we do the big games and get to our cards?
I don't think
you like to discuss this stuff sometimes.
I don't think he's going to win it. But I think there's a lot of value in Caleb Williams to win the Heisman.
Well,
10-1.
If he doesn't win it, then there's no value.
Agreed.
But
what are you going to do?
Chance.
He's got the most opportunity of big
maybe.
games. Stroud's got 1. Your guy at Michigan's got 1 big one, and then the only one of those is getting the championship game. You follow what I'm saying? He's got Notre Dame, UCLA, and the Pac-12 championship.
Can I ask a question? Wouldn't it be more advantageous to just find a USC to make the college football playoff bet? Wouldn't that be a smarter bet? Just because then you have a wiggle room that he could.
I don't think you're getting USC at 10-1 to make the playoff though. But I get your point. Yeah, I don't know.
Do you?
I mean, he's played. You look at his numbers compared to Stroud and Hooker. They're right there. He's unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying if they don't win, they could. If you could get USC to make the playoff, they could win a game where he plays poorly because to win the Heisman, he's going to have to win and play well.
I think he has been playing well. But yeah, different ways to skin a cat.
But for the games
sure.
that everyone's going to watch, these are games everyone's going to watch, which you do.
And he's got the most. What?
Yes. Yeah, no, you need these games. What about college football playoff? You got any thoughts? Because you don't. I used to love listening to Rico on Pick Central. I did. You talk about the college football playoff. You don't have an outlet for it, so let's do it. What are your thoughts?
I mean, are we looking at a road where 3 SEC teams get in?
I don't think so.
There's a messy situation on the table if LSU beats Georgia.
I don't think it's that messy.
Yeah.
If USC and TCU both lose, then yeah, I guess it could be 3 teams. But you have Michigan, I would say, if I did who my 4 are going to be, Georgia, Michigan.
Thank you, Dan.
Yeah. Dave got mad at me on the bus yesterday because we were doing hypotheticals. And I was
and for the 1,000th straight time that I heard a hypothetical, it was Ohio State.
He goes, it was like a little kid getting teased. He was sitting in the front seat, and I was like, all right, so hypothetically, Ohio State wins out, and Dave just flips around. He's like, why do you always make it Ohio State? And then he put his headphones in.
I'm a little gun shy. Again, I thought Ohio – I was begging. You heard me last year. I was begging. Give me Ohio State less than a touchdown.
Soft.
Give me Ohio – yeah, I think it's history
They're a
repeats
finesse
itself.
Football team.
I think you're in a great spot to beat them.
Punched in the mouth.
It's
I think
back-to-back. I think you're in a great spot to beat them.
I think their defense is a lot better, but I do still think there's a softness to them. I got sent a video. I can't say who sent it to me, but it's Harbaugh. I think it's a personal video just flexing, and the dude's just ripped still, and just a total guys being dudes moment, being like, look at my guns. So I think he's got him juiced up. But Rico, what you're saying is LSU wins. I don't think it's an issue unless obviously TCU and USC both lose.
Right.
then you can
Which
get
I
three
think I
teams.
think TCU and USC are both going to lose. Georgia's in, the winner of Ohio State, Michigan, and I have posed this before.
The loser
And
of the Big Ten is getting fucked of that game.
Maybe
Michigan,
not.
Ohio.
That is what my point was. I don't remember who I was talking to when I was talking about it, but I've made the point that people always say SEC can get 3-2. If Michigan, Ohio State play a very close game, then both of them should go.
Yes.
And I'm saying that assuming Southern Cal loses and TCU loses, then your 4 are Georgia, Tennessee, Ohio State, Michigan. Who else would you put in over that?
Yeah.
The ACC has moved their way out.
Yeah, I mean, there will be.
Yeah, there's very few slots. There's not that many slots. You have to break it into slots.
As we move along, and I think UCLA loses. I mean, I think USC loses this week. I think TCU loses this week. If that both happens, I would say now if Michigan beats Ohio State by 30, which they very well may, Ohio State's out. But if they play a close game, especially a close game that Ohio State wins because it's in Columbus, Michigan should go.
And if Georgia does win the SEC championship game and like TCU and USC lose, I know that there will probably be people who don't want this, but I would love it if they made it Georgia 1, Ohio State 2, or sorry, Michigan beat Ohio State. Michigan 2, Ohio State 3, Tennessee 4, so you get a rematch. And then you play the national. Like a Michigan-Ohio State college football playoff game, that's Duke UNC Final Four.
Yeah, the horse shit of them reseeding for their own narrative of possibly getting that in the championship game is bullshit.
No, I don't want that. Yeah.
If they're really 2-3, put them 2-3.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I wouldn't also that would be crazy, obviously. But I also you'd have to get lucky or not lucky. You'd have to have them both win. But I also wouldn't hate like putting Ohio State at 4. If they somehow beat Georgia, Michigan wins, you have them as the national title.
Yeah.
True. It's all good. I mean, it's going to be a fun ending of the season. It will all work itself out. We got a decent slate this weekend, so let's hop into it.
Of all these teams on the outskirts, like so TCU and USC, like so how many teams do you actually think don't not make the playoff? How many teams do you actually think can win the national championship left? Like even if USC makes it, are you considering them that they could beat Michigan and Georgia back to back? Like TCU, I don't think can for sure. So what is it down to really?
I think the top 4.
I mean, if you want the real honest answer, 0. I mean 1. Georgia. Yeah.
Okay. No, I mean it's
in a one game though. Anything can happen.
It's a legit question. Yeah.
In one game, anything can happen. So that's.
I have Michigan in the mix. I have $100,000 on Georgia. I would happily lose that for Michigan to beat Georgia, but at what point I did think Georgia was unbeatable.
You with a football national title would be a nightmare. I would consider retiring.
I think everyone.
It would complete my trophy case.
You would, yeah, right. Like it's your Thanos with the Infinity Stones. Like the world is over.
Wait, that's the last one, right?
Yeah.
Damn.
Well,
I guess basketball too.
Michigan basketball. Although you could say they won on that, like the Louisville block that they called it, and Louisville, I believe, got disqualified.
They did, yeah.
But yeah, that would be. Oh my God. I don't want to think about that world. That's a scary world.
Well, I'll tell you this. If they're in the playoff, they're probably the 2. So they're probably going – they got a real good shot to go to the national championship game.
Yeah.
If they beat Ohio State, they're 2 in the country.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Rico, I know you're not a college basketball guy, but didn't Michigan beat Seton Hall in 1987 in the college basketball championship?
But we're talking about like since the Barstool era of like being able to flex on everyone else who works.
And
here.
if I had a guess, and again, it's illegal for me to talk about, but I would say that was 1989, and Steve Fisher. No, you said Ramil Robinson. You didn't say a year.
No, I thought Dukes did.
He said 1987.
Are you talking college basketball right now?
No, I'm talking the past.
Careful.
Illegally, I believe it was 1989.
What happened in 1989?
That was the year that they won that championship.
Who?
Michigan.
That's college basketball.
He's asking history. I'm allowed to talk the past.
Yeah,
Steve
Joey
Fisher.
Yang said Steve Fisher's interim.
Maybe you should do that
A
as
Michigan
a podcast.
man will coach Michigan 6-0.
Everything in the past, nothing in the future. You're allowed to talk about college
I
basketball.
like that, yeah.
A history lesson? Were you happy that Nadeau stepped in it again?
I was watching the late games.
What did Nadu do?
Couldn't tell me.
What'd he do? Rico?
I don't read. I get the early bird edition of the newspaper on Sunday. I'm not a live newspaper guy at night. I wake up in the morning, go get a bagel.
So what did the newspaper say
nice
in the morning?
juice.
Was it Nadu bragged about betting
Wasn't in
against
my
Molly
wasn't in my
Meatball?
wasn't in my paper.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't in my paper.
He had a little smile on his face. I love it.
Wasn't in my
He
paper.
had a little pep in your step. I want you back.
Yeah.
And then you did the racing in at 10. Okay. BetterHelp.
Then I did the
BetterHelp.
what?
Racing in at 10.
Yeah, fair enough.
BetterHelp.
Well, the human element, Dan,
Human element. I forgot about that.
of traffic.
BetterHelp. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Unfortunately, life doesn't come with a user manual, so when it's not working for you, it's normal to feel stuck. Navigating any of life's challenges can make you feel unsure, whether it's a career change, a new relationship, or becoming a parent. Therapists are trained to help you figure out the cause of challenging emotions and learn productive coping skills, which makes the therapy the closest thing to a guided tour of the complex engine called you. It's okay to not be okay. Think about it. If you go get your car maintenance every single 6 months or whatever, make sure that you're doing some maintenance on your mental health. As the world's largest therapy service, BetterHelp has matched 3 million people with professionally licensed and vetted therapists, available 100% online, plus it's affordable. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to match with the therapist. If things aren't clicking, you can easily switch to a new therapist anytime. It couldn't be simpler. No waiting rooms, no traffic, no endless searching for the right therapist. Learn more and save 10% off the first month at betterhelp.com/pick'em. That's betterhelp.com/pick'em, betterhelp.com/pick'em. Okay, let's do some games. Fellas. Decent card, some big implications. Let's start with TCU, Baylor. TCU going to Baylor. TCU's -2.5, over-under is 58. TCU's magical season, still undefeated. Crazy that defensive slugfest against Texas. I'll start. I'm just going to take TCU because I think they can just win tough games. And I know everyone's just circled every spot for them to be the spot they slip up. At some point, you got to tip your cap. Maybe it's Kansas State when they play Kansas State, because Kansas State played them very tough, and then Adrian Martinez got hurt. Maybe it's Kansas State in the Big 12 championship game. I don't know, but I'm taking TCU in this game, and I'm not going to apologize for it. Rico.
I will as well. What I thought this would be a great spot to take Baylor. What I saw Baylor do last week against Kansas State, I mean, they didn't even show up. Their defense looked like shit. I think TCU can expose them, and I agree with you. TCU sometimes when TCU lose, it's going to be bad. But for right now, I think the train keeps rolling. One more stop. Give me TCU.
Dave.
I love Baylor. Even before I heard the human mousetrap give that explanation, and he's right. Baylor looked horrible last week.
That made me nervous.
Did not show up. Lost by 30. TCU looked great. Beat Texas. Beat them pretty easily. Shocking game. So obviously, Rico and every square in the world will look at this and say, TCU. Nope. This is I love Baylor here.
I have the benefit of not, since we were at UFC, I didn't watch all the games. So when he said that
Rico
part,
did though.
Yeah, it made me nervous. I'm going to stick with TCU, but I'm going to take
That
the
logic
over as
that
well.
he has used, they looked like shit last week, has not fared him well. Or they looked great last week. And there's one team who looked like shit, one team that looked great. Baylor will be up for this game.
I don't know if they have the horses. I think it's a difference of I get what Dave's saying here of like me going into the backups, but or into the history, but it's not. I'm telling you, I just think Baylor, from what I've watched, like I don't think they have the horses. I think TCU all year has the horses. I don't think Baylor has the horses.
I'm switching my pick to just the over.
Smart.
You're making me nervous. You're making me nervous. When you say last week, it makes me nervous. Because listen, I'm a bad gambler too. I mean, look, all of our records stink. I do this myself where I watch one thing and then I can't get it out of my head. And I know it's stupid, but at least I've gotten a little bit better where it's like, I'll be able to step back and be like, whoa, you're doing this because you saw this last week and you're expecting it to keep
it's
going.
not. I mean, listen, Kansas State. I watch Kansas State every week. I have Kansas State to win the Big 12. I hope they do. Kansas State does not have like a super evolved offense. It's very simple of what they're trying to do. TCU is going to throw a lot of schemes at a team who hasn't looked good defensively. Give me TCU. It's going to cause a lot of problems.
The more he talks, the more confident I get.
All right.
Okay, let's do the next game.
Because that weirdly, you know, when you're like handicapping horse racing and you're like, track was muddy, like got bumped at the gate, stumbled, like put a line through it. That last game, 31-3.
It's crazy.
That's a line through it.
Yeah.
Like you can't take anything, and he's doing the X's and O's on it.
Now, I mean, they did like quit basically. That was a bad game.
31-3.
Yeah.
It's a cross out.
And they will be able to get up big for
100%.
being able to ruin someone else's season is what a lot of these late games are about. Okay, next game, saddest it's ever been. Bedlam.
Oh man, this sucks.
Oklahoma State, Oklahoma. I'm so sad that this is what this is. Bedlam is my favorite. Is Spencer Sanders not playing? He is not.
He's been banged up, right, Katie?
Okay, because the line is OU minus 7.5 over under 66.
Just take the over.
Yeah, I'm just taking the over.
Bedlam
Dave,
over.
you got anything? I mean,
I used to love
sad.
taking Oklahoma State in this to possibly steal the Big 12, but Oklahoma State's a shell of itself.
Is the
over.
quarterback not playing? That's official?
Katie's checking. This is just so. I saw it and I was so sad when I saw it because I love Bedlam, and just made me so sad being like, oh no, this game is nothing.
One of my favorites.
By the way, I updated my iPhone. This is just totally unrelated. Is there now the text messages pop up at the bottom of the phone? How do I change that?
You can't update it. Never. No, I never update.
He's right.
Well, how do I change that?
Wait. The text come at the bottom?
Yeah.
No, I don't like that.
Well, it happened when I updated. How do I do that? How do I change
Yeah,
it?
you can't update. I got a new iPhone, and mine did kind of the same. Someone had to take control of it, but you never update. That's rule one. Never update.
Apple's got us by the balls, too.
This sucks.
Never update.
I got really mad at Apple when I like having people are going to make fun of me. For a while, I liked having the iPod separate from your phone because you could still do shit on your phone and not worry about, like, you had the music separate. And they basically told me the old wheel, they built it to break. There were only a certain amount of spins in that thing for the iPod. They were like, I went in and I was like, I don't use it like a lot. I take good care of it.
So you use Apple Music? You mean?
This is back in the day. Now I'm just strictly Spotify. But I'm saying you had, and you could have all your remixes, you could have your guys' mixtapes on there. Like, it was great. They basically told me, we make this thing to fucking, it's only a certain amount of spins. It breaks, you're fucked. Scumbags.
He's playing just question unhealthy.
All right. So
okay, then I'm taking the over.
Yeah, he said count me in 100%. I'm too competitive for that shit.
Okay, over.
By the way, Dave, you got that DM was actually not a ruse last night.
The
Gabbert.
Correct. Yes, that was correct.
Crazy. We got a DM on the bus saying Gabbert was out, and then we looked into it, and he was a heavy Rico rider, so we thought it was someone else trying to fuck with us because
maybe part of his hype circle.
Rico had the DMs flying in about TCU last week. It was, I swear to God, we were on the RV, and Dave got the DM. And then we looked into it, and the person was a clear Rico rider. We're like, wait, are they trying to fuck with us?
No, I was looking at that actually too. I got that same one.
Oh, you did?
But I didn't. It wasn't on the Reddit because it's in the hidden messages, more messages.
Yeah.
But yeah, I saw it this morning.
Okay.
That's good. People sharing info.
All right. So over in Bedlam.
Have to.
Next game. My internet just stopped again. I fucking hate Pete so much. USC at UCLA. USC is minus 2.5. Over under is, as the time of this taping,
76.
76. Oh boy, Dave. Oh boy.
I love UCLA here. I like a lot of underdogs. I think they were in a classic look-ahead spot last week, and they got caught with their hand in the cookie jar. They won't this week. They'll be ready. I don't think USC's been playing well the last couple weeks. I really don't. So I'm going to take UCLA. I like them a lot.
Yeah, and you've been betting on them. We covered that Colorado game because it kept.
I've been paying attention to USC. They didn't deserve to cover against a pathetic Colorado team. They struggled versus Cal. They're not clicking right to me. Now they have had injuries, and maybe the wide receivers are coming back.
I think he is.
I think they're missing their top 2, so that could play a factor. I still like UCLA.
Wasn't Dye out for the year too?
Yeah, and I think what's their best receiver? Addison? Is that it?
I believe so.
Their 2 best were out when I watched Cal.
Yeah.
The running back was banged up.
Yeah, I think they are getting them back.
Yeah. I hate this because you need everything to go the right way. The same way I was sweating it last week with Washington, Oregon when I said you need a perfect game for that to go over, but I can't sit here and take the under in this fucking game. I can't.
So why don't you just take a side?
What? Because
you said you hate it. But you can't take the under, so why don't you take
I don't
one of
have
the
a
teams?
great feeling on the side, and I've started to talk myself into USC being having the Heisman and Williams, possibly making the playoff. So I don't want to be wrong twice. Like chances are you're probably going to lose that future. You'll be wrong again here. I'm going to take the over. Chip's going to score some points.
I love the over.
USC can't stop
it.
They haven't really stopped anybody.
Cat. I love the
over.
over.
No, but you need a lot to go right. Like it has to be perfect.
It's gonna hit.
5 minutes, no scoring. You're fucked.
It's gonna hit. I'm gonna take the over, and I'm gonna take UCLA. I love this game. All time color matchup game.
Yep.
And I hope they're both wearing. I assume they're both wearing the blue and the
red.
Yeah. Like just unbelievable. Okay, last game we're going to talk about, Utah going to Oregon. Utah -2, over under 62. Is Bo Nix okay? Was he hurt a little bit? Anyone know? Okay, so he's okay.
I think he's fine.
All right. I've been out of the loop. I'll hand up, out of the loop. Oh, RA just gave me a thumbs up. Sounds like Bo Nix is okay. He might just be giving me a thumbs up like, you're doing a good job, sweetie. Keep going. Dave, what are your thoughts on this game?
I had Oregon last week, laid a big-time egg, losing at home as a double-digit favorite. I still am of the belief that Utah, night and day on the road. I haven't watched them a ton since they got killed by UCLA. Dan, you were keeping me updated on the game. They won by. Did they win by a point against USC?
They won.
Yes,
Yeah,
right?
they won by a point.
They went for 2.
That was Halloween weekend.
Yeah, I didn't watch that game, but you were like, they're trash. They're trash. They're trash.
They were in that game. Yeah, they couldn't stop anything.
I'm gonna again. I think it's easy to be like, well, Oregon lost last week, so they must not be very good or overrated. I think they bounced back. I'll take Oregon.
I'm gonna take Oregon as well. Actually, I'm gonna take the over. I like the over. I like the over a lot. I'm actually shocked how low it is.
It is. That's what I'm on. Over.
It seems there's a chance Bo Nix might not play.
That's what I thought. Because it made no sense that it was 62 in 2.
It's a lot of people saying that there was a massive line swing when an Oregon player said that Nix was very unlikely.
Yeah, and
Who's
Dan
their
Lanning
backup?
said something cryptic. He was like, "Yeah, Bo Nix should be playing, but everybody's got to be ready."
Shit. So
Who's their backup?
We should take Utah, Dave.
Ty Thompson.
Who's that?
He was the guy who played for them last year who sucked, right? Didn't he suck? I remember.
Where's the kid?
Am I remembering it correctly? The kid who just sucked, like the whole team was good.
Are you thinking of
and
the
he
Texas
just
Tech
sucked.
kid, Shao?
I don't know. No, I don't think so.
Where's he at now?
Their quarterbacks are bow tie.
I don't
still
understand.
there?
That was weird. He said one name, and then you just said a totally different name in a totally different school.
Yeah, no, that's Rico.
No.
He said a guy that's Ty Thompson. And you said, are you thinking of Chow
his
from
name's
Texas
Tyler
Tech?
Well, where did he go?
He didn't play
Was he
enough.
at Texas Tech and went to
didn't play
Oregon,
last
or he
year?
was Oregon and went to Texas Tech?
He had 50. He has 50
that's what it
passes
was.
last
All right,
year.
so I take back my slander of Ty Thompson. That's my fault.
Is that
Do you
who-
want
is that
some
who-
belief? 5-star recruit, number 9 player in the country by Rivals.
All right, yeah, I'm sticking with
the
Oregon.
bow tie offense. Are you frozen?
No, I don't know what that means.
Bo Nix, Ty Thompson.
Oh, got it.
It was stupid. All right, wait. Who was the quarterback last year who sucked?
It was definitely Show that he's saying.
Really?
Show, yeah.
Anthony Brown.
I think that was 2 years
Oh,
ago.
right,
From
yes,
BC.
thank
He sucked.
Oh,
Anthony
I
Brown,
owe
yeah.
I
No,
owe you an
wasn't he?
apology, Rico.
No,
I
he
thought you were
wasn't
saying
right. He
Texas.
wasn't right.
Wasn't he only the
No,
goal
I
line
wasn't
quarterback?
right.
What?
Wasn't he only in the
I
red zone?
mixed it up. Shao was
Yeah.
at Oregon and went to Texas Tech, and I'm mixing up the years. Anthony Brown.
Well, all right,
from
but
BC,
there's a
he
relation
does
to
suck.
Oregon.
Yes.
That's at least better than I was
Yeah,
giving. I thought you just said Texas Tech.
All
guy.
good. Appreciate it. Anthony Brown sucked.
Yeah, he was
Sucked.
so bad, and it was
I'm gonna
so
stick with
annoying.
Oregon.
That was
then.
so bizarre that they went to him too. Like that was the prize transfer or what they. I'm gonna stick with the over here, regardless of who's playing.
All right, I'm taking
Utah
over
scores,
in Oregon.
Oregon scores, over.
Over in Oregon. All right. Well, that was good. So we get some good games. I'm excited. Everyone just cherish these last few weeks.
It's crazy. It's almost over.
It is crazy. Rico, why don't you do Hello Fresh, and then we will do our cards.
All right.
What are you looking at me for, Hank?
What do you need, Hank?
What do you want, Hank? What's your problem, Hank?
Nothing.
You got a problem? You come see me.
If you're in the Scottsdale area this weekend, go to the Barstool Bar.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, it's
opening
opening.
on Friday night.
Good job, Hank.
All right, let's tell you about our friends at HelloFresh. The holidays are just around the corner, and HelloFresh makes the busy time of year easier than ever with chef-crafted recipes and pre-portioned ingredients delivered right to your door. So you can spend less time meal planning, and prepping. Save money on dinner with HelloFresh and put it toward your holiday shopping. HelloFresh is cheaper than grocery store shopping and 25% less expensive than takeout. With over 35 weekly recipes, there's something to please everyone. You can easily customize your recipes by swapping out proteins or sides, upgrading to choice proteins, or even adding protein to a veggie meal. Busy days and late nights call for more flexibility. That's why HelloFresh has plans that work with your schedule. You can change your preferences, delivery day, and address in just a few clicks. They have a garlic chicken with mushrooms that is unbelievable. I try to get that one every time. Go to HelloFresh.com/Pick'em70 and use code Pick'em70 for 70% off plus free shipping. That's 70% off with code Pick'em70 at HelloFresh.com/Pick'em70. That's maybe the best deal we've ever given out.
I have a question.
Yes.
You guys let me know. I drank, Dan, I got your coffee here. I drank it. Can I get a 3 to 4 minute timeout to refill?
Yes, of course. Go it. It's Stella Blue Coffee, the best coffee out there. Thank you, Dave. Go buy it.
I'm sure he joined the club. That's how I got it.
Yeah, he did join the club. Yeah, no, seriously. I assume a lot of people who listen to Pick'em listen to other stuff I do, but if you don't, Stella Blue Coffee, new coffee brand. It is out. You can buy it. You can subscribe for a monthly, so it comes to you, and they just auto charge you. You don't even have to remember to order it every month. You can join the coffee club, which I'm going to set up some cool stuff. Maybe get Rico involved in some of those videos.
What do you get if you join the
Coffee club? You get.
Well, I saw some things that I definitely I wasn't quoted, but you're launching a new brand. I'm willing to be a team player. I'm happy that you're.
Are you talking about the review you left? I was shocked that you left that review.
I'd like to know where. I mean, it seems like you got everybody in a line. It was documented. You wrote it down. Like where is that history? But
What
again,
do you mean?
On the website, there is a review for the Stella Blue Coffee. Let me pull it up. There's a bunch. I mean, there's one from me that I had to suck it up and read. It says,
"Oh, that's really nice of you, Hank. That you don't let those things bother you."
yeah. I mean, the truth is the truth, but
hurts.
it's got to be done.
No, he's actually saying the opposite.
It said
He's
this.
saying he knows it's a joke because it's a fucking joke.
It said this coffee makes being the worst gambler at Barstool tolerable. I'm hoping this review counts towards my weekly blog count.
Yeah, I don't remember saying that, but I'm happy to launch the
It
brand.
says
So,
Rico B, New York City.
as much as people, I'm a team player.
Are you
Really good coffee.
really good coffee?
Really
Yeah.
good coffee.
I'm
I'm not the biggest coffee drinker at all.
I was
I'll be
shocked.
honest. I mean,
Yeah, there
My-
it is. Team player.
listen, my
That was
wife,
so perfect.
my wife goes through a lot of coffee. We're switching.
Oh man,
Yeah, all right.
that was perfect. I mean, you just admit when something's funny. That was funny. That whole exchange right there was fucking funny. It's like so hard. You can't just even laugh about the littlest things.
Well,
That was funny. Being like, I'm a team player. I'm a team player. I'm not the biggest coffee drinker. That's funny.
No,
that
but-
was a
yeah.
funny 1-2.
it will be in the house. My wife.
Okay, thank you. I
big-time
appreciate
coffee
that.
drinker.
I'm not everything is like some malicious takedown of your brand. It's just a funny fucking joke. I joke about myself
Yeah.
being a terrible gambler all the time. I bet on
I'm
Jersey.
not having a good year.
I bet on Jersey Jerry. I bet on Seton Hall because Jersey Jerry poured Drano in his eye and he had an eye patch on.
Okay.
You think I'm fucking some sharp? I have fun. Gambling's supposed to be fun. I don't win. No one wins.
Joey said Chris Murray looked great last night.
Joey did? Joey Yanks?
She said it was great.
Do you think he like cleared out his eye socket? Like, do you think the
Nah, I think he's
Drano
in
worked?
I mean,
and like drained some
Joey
shit out
also
of his
told me.
eyes?
Joey told me that the pirate walked by 2 different times last night and went, "Hey man, like
eyes,
Spider-Man."
eyes.
Me,
Yeah.
like
I thought Seton Hall was a lock.
Maybe you should drink coffee. You'll get some winners.
Yeah.
yeah, maybe
Positive
I'll try
vibes.
anything.
Yeah.
Free mug, free shipping, autographed merch,
Love it.
personalized videos.
You
Big
like
Cat's
it?
going to be doing press conferences.
Yeah, I'm going to do
Positive
quarterly
vibes one.
Do you like it, Dave?
I do. It's very good.
Awesome. Yeah, I really do think, like, more than anything, I really think it's good coffee. Like, I enjoy the coffee. We tasted so many types of coffee.
It's a dangerous name, though, with the positive vibes, because if you're drinking it in a game and it goes south, it's...
Oh, yeah. Well, then you got to switch to the Electric Avenue.
Yeah,
Jolt
right.
You back. You missed a great all-time Rico moment. We were... he was nice enough to leave a review on the website, which I was shocked. He said he never said that, but whatever. Could be a joke.
I
But
said I don't remember saying it.
he was like, I'm a team player. I'm a team player. I don't really drink coffee. Like, literally one sentence after.
I said I'm not the biggest coffee drinker. I didn't say I didn't drink it. Not the biggest
It was
coffee
just
drinker.
great Rico. It was a funny joke.
You're also not a team player.
Right.
Other than that, though, great review.
Yeah,
You're the opposite of a team player.
team player.
Are you?
Yeah, trying to be.
You are literally the least oriented team player of any human who's ever lived.
Okay.
Here's one thing I will say. Rico helped me with notes for the Barstool Invitational. I really appreciated that. I told you that was great. I asked him to do something, and he did it. No, hey, this might, take a little time or anything. It was good.
Yeah,
it
it's
was good.
amazing. All that knowledge of a sport
Well-
is just piled into 4 pieces of paper, and that's all you're going to see for the year.
You
So
can't take one compliment.
I took the
making it.
compliment. I'm just saying that's
Spun it.
I poured it all out because I know
It was great stuff.
That's sport for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
I got nothing else to give, so I gave you everything, literally every ounce on that piece of paper.
Every ounce of Rico.
That was it. Yeah, it's illegal.
Well, I mean, it's not illegal. There's a lot of people who know a lot of things about sports. Riggs knows a lot about basketball. Greeny knows a lot about the Celtics. They both are human rain delays. You got to find a way to take what you know and be interesting with it.
Right. Till then,
under the rim.
I'm listening to you. Yeah.
We make it.
And you're doing great.
Was that a
Yeah.
puppet master?
Is that
Are you being a
keyboard
puppet
cat?
master?
No. Maybe I'll do it more accurate. That's how I type.
That is how you
Hunt and
type.
peck.
I've
There you
seen
go.
that. It's tough to watch.
Hurts my output.
It's a low output when the hunt and peck happens.
Hurts my output. And my embed thing was down for like a week. I had to go to Hubs. It's crazy.
Why don't you?
We'll get you Mavis Beacon for Christmas.
Also, why don't you make a video of you learning how to type? That would be a funny video.
Okay. There's usually everything's a resource. Hank,
Right,
So can
but-
you get that greenlit?
Yes, I'm saying right now you can get it greenlit.
Okay.
I want to see a video of how to type by Rico Bosco.
Wait, what do you need to be greenlit?
He's just saying he needs like someone to actually hold the camera and edit it.
I'll do it. Gotcha.
Oh, there we go.
I
Ryder.
honestly, I'm so tired from traveling that I don't have it in my reserves to keep battling with him when he says things that irritate me to no end. So I'm just gonna, when he says he doesn't have the resources to make a video of him typing and it needs
he's
to be
learning to
greenlit,
type.
I won't even. I'm not even gonna let it get to me. I'm not.
That's
I'm gonna
huge.
be. What is that quote he says? You are above your problems.
You're
or
bigger
something?
than your
Bigger
problems.
than your problems.
You're bigger than your problems.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's like the quote we had in Northern Illinois.
Yeah. The
What was it, Toledo?
If you could be, someone had a sign in Northern Illinois. It said, "You can be anything in life. Why not be yourself?" Rico Bosco.
Nice.
It's nice. It was very nice.
It's good to have good signs out there.
Yeah, there were some
So
good signs.
I'm going to take the Rico philosophy, and I'm just, I'm not going to let him get to me. I'm not going to let him bring me down by saying he can't make a typing video unless it's greenlit and he gets resources and it's a a Scorsese production.
I'm not saying
I will
that,
not let that get me
Explain
down.
to me how I'm supposed to do. Like you type with two hands. All right, we'll work with it this way. I'll do it this way, but I don't know how to edit. So I'm just saying. All right. We'll
Have
just
you
do it
ever
raw.
just?
I'll just do it like this, and we'll do it raw. You're
Rico,
right. Work through it.
Rico, did you ever heard of something called the Barstool Fund?
Yes.
You ever see the videos where I somehow managed to capture FaceTimes on video while then posting them? I did it all myself.
That's impressive. I wouldn't know how to do that.
I didn't know how to do it. I learned.
All right.
You're bigger than your problems.
You got this. I'm going to help you, too. I will help you conceptualize the idea.
You literally can't figure out how to record yourself with your phone typing?
I can. It's if you're looking. Yeah, you're right. We'll just do it raw. That's fine. We'll do it raw.
I want it to be a good video.
We'll
get someone who can help you videotape it. It'll be good.
Maybe we get a director in there.
I will be the director. I'll get a fucking beret. I'll get a chair. I'll sit there with a long cigarette. Action. Cut. I got this.
All right.
All right. Cool. Then we'll make another video of me
Behind the
directing.
scenes.
Yeah, right. So now it's just like a human centipede of content.
Apocalypse
Got to
Now.
give them probably a couple months to clear out the schedule
Yeah,
to.
Can you be here tomorrow?
If you want to do it tomorrow, yeah.
Okay, all right. But no,
tomorrow.
I don't want to do it tomorrow. I just wanted you to say yes, I can be here tomorrow.
Yeah, you need me here tomorrow. I'll be here tomorrow.
Don't need you. Thank you.
No
though.
problem.
Appreciate that. All right, let's do the cards.
Until then, I'm whacking away.
Dave, do your card.
So, I didn't like my card last week, and I didn't do well. I love my card this week.
Yes.
Dogs are barking. Woof, woof, woof. I love a lot of dogs. I already gave out Baylor plus 2.5 TCU. Love them. West Virginia at home plus 7.5 against Kansas State. Love them. Arizona plus 4 at home against Washington State. Love them. Arizona State plus 8 at home against Oregon State. Love them. Also like the over in that game, 54. What is the line? The Score, our sister company, my app is being wonky. I don't know if there's an injury. What is NC State Louisville line?
Louisville -4. Over under is 45.
Is Malik playing? Because he got hurt.
Yeah.
And that
hurt.
Yeah.
I think they would have covered versus Clemson.
Yeah.
All right, I'll stay away then. I didn't know what the line. NC State, that was kind of a shocking loss to BC last week.
Yeah, it was.
Big time shocking.
And they're
Kansas
still ranked.
Kansas plus 9 at home against Texas. Love them. Over 63.5.
I love that.
Good pick.
Oh, damn it.
Over. Good pick.
Oh, not the side, just the over.
Over.
Okay.
What is it, 63.5?
Yeah. It is low, and Rico just walked into it, so I don't know what that means. I should probably take it off the board, but I'll leave it. North Carolina -21 at home against Georgia Tech. Anybody who loses like they did to Miami, I'll take it. That game scares me a little. Maybe I shouldn't have it on there. We did the over 65.5 in Oklahoma State OU. I'm going to add Oak State if Sanders is playing. What's the quarterback situation in Arkansas? This team continually fucks me with their quarterback.
Yeah, I don't know.
I saw that KJ Jefferson will probably play this weekend.
I mean, granted, I don't know what it means because they say plays till the first snap's taken. I'm going to take Arkansas +2 at home against Ole Miss. UCLA +2.5 at home against USC. And the UAB LSU over.
You done bet UAB?
I won last week with them.
I can't see what it says on my
It's
paper.
52.5.
I might take them this week, actually.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's a letdown.
I mean, LSU is like
UAB's not UAB though. I mean, they're like 500. Their win total is 8.5.
Yeah,
Bill Clark was the engine, and
the problem with it is that it's a night game. If it was an 11 o'clock kick, I would be all over UAB. Okay, is that the whole card, Dave?
Yep.
All right, I'll do mine quickly. I have to add some stuff. I don't like a lot of stuff right now, but I am going to start with Kansas +9, Kansas over 63.5. I'm going to take Ole Miss, Arkansas over 64. I am going to take, I had one other, and then I have to add more later. Fuck. Line. What What was the game? What's the Vanderbilt line right now?
Plus 14.
14. I'm going to take Vanderbilt plus 14. And
Is that a Walker pick?
Yeah, I liked it anyway, and then he does know the SEC. And my lock is going to be Navy plus 17, and that's my card.
Who do they got?
They're playing UCF. UCF off a big win. UCF at home, noon. Navy keeps it close. Rico.
UConn plus 10.
Okay.
Army struggles to score. UConn's better, way better than we expected. Bowl eligible. Some long possessions. I think the game's going to be gross. I also think Army shouldn't be laying 10 to anybody. I think UConn can win the game. Take a look at UConn with the money line. UConn plus 10. Oregon State minus 8. Oregon State 7-3. It's the same situation as last week, or a similar situation as last week with Wazoo. I think the Beavers are just better. They beat up on bad teams. They beat Cal 38-10. They beat Colorado 42-9. They take care of business. Arizona State has not showed me really anything. I'm going to lay it with Oregon State, even with a little bit of a look ahead, obviously, with Oregon. Kansas, Texas over 63.5. I think Texas's offense bounces back. We talked about that. Kansas's defense will allow points, and their offense won't quit. I think it's a lot of points in this game. Over. The two I'm looking to add, Dukes, I'll let you know. Right now, there is no line on Washington first half. It's still early. They're adding them. Washington team total against Colorado. I think Washington I know Washington on a letdown beat Oregon, but Colorado's that bad. I think Washington's offense will explode. And the one I want to take a look at, but there's 6 feet of snow. Buffalo.
Akron?
Team total over against Akron. The game's in Buffalo, correct? Or actually, I could be wrong.
It is.
It's in Buffalo? All right, I want to make sure I didn't sound like an idiot. So I'll take a look at that. I think Akron's that bad. Buffalo's trying to get bowl eligible. We'll take a look at that, but I'm really worried about the snow. So that's really it. 1, 2, 3, and the lock coming.
Okay.
Shorten the card again. Try to get winners. 2-1 last week.
All right, so
2-2 I added. Fucking Fresno got backdoored at 35 seconds.
Yeah, that's... Well, I mean, that was kind of... It wasn't...
It was a close game either way, but they had the lead. You were covering, and then they...
You added Fresno?
Last week, yeah.
All right, I'll add that. Should I add that to your record?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm not hiding from it. I tagged you to it. It's all right.
Damn.
Yeah, well, you got, I've seen you on a lot of clips, so I know your time is, you got a lot of things going on.
What was that?
So that's in reference to how I am helping anybody that wants to do college basketball things because they don't have any production. So I said I helped cut out clips.
Duke's a team.
Absolutely. He's got a lot of players.
And by the way, I told Rico from the get-go that I'd help him out with anything, just to clarify again.
So you have the help.
Yeah.
So you can do it.
It's not worth it.
Why?
It's more. I gotta hit quotas.
But you can't do both?
For right now, the 3 weeks of working, I'm ranked.
Don't let it bother you, Dave.
And the stuff I put out is not good, so why? Right? We went down that path.
Don't let it bother you, Dave.
Not gonna.
Don't let it bother you.
Listen. I'm not gonna let that bother me.
Okay, let's do locks. Dave,
some guys are minimum effort guys.
It's not minimum. It's just
low effort guys. That's
if we
fine.
go down that path again, why would I spend my time doing something that sucks?
By the way, Rico,
there is a chance.
Yeah.
You could find something that doesn't suck.
Based on the papers that I read and the quotes, I think that's hard. Like you got a good eye for talent. It sucks. Right? I suck.
I wouldn't. Don't let it bother you. Let's just do the locks. Because it's hard. Some people just don't have it in them to be like, oh, I failed at this one thing. I'm going to keep trying and hopefully, succeed. They just fail and then they say it's everyone else's fault.
I didn't say
I
that.
started pizza reviews, 12 years into Barstool?
Yeah.
Part of my take, how long were you?
6.5 years ago, 7 years ago. People actually hated the first couple episodes. Hated it.
Clancy's biggest thing probably is Minuteman. It took him 12, 13 years till he started that. Caleb did podcasts, stopped. It wasn't good. He didn't like it. Sunday Conversation kills it. I can't, Dan. I'm not.
Yeah, don't let it bother you.
He did one thing that he was told was not good, and he pouts, takes his thing, goes home. Fine, whatever. Let him do that.
Yeah. He's got a contract coming end of November.
15 blogs. That's what he wants to do. Bare minimum. Get in that ranking. I said that's good enough. That's good enough.
Let's go. Okay, Rico, you're good. What?
I wouldn't say I'm good. But
Well, no, because
No, you're satisfied. You're happily
right.
satisfied. You're a
the
15
minimum.
blog. You'll never be good at anything outside of that, according to you. Fine. Fine.
got it. Let's do the parlay.
I'm not going to let it get to me.
Don't let it get to you. Don't let it get to you.
it's a great way to live.
What?
Don't let it get to you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. We're all good.
We're good. This is a happy family.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
We're don't let
3
anything
presidencies. Last dance.
Last dance.
Beautiful.
get to you. Okay, let's do the lock. So I have Navy plus 17. Katie, are you outside of it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Katie, what's your lock?
Bedlam over.
Bedlam over. Love it. Aria.
I have Tennessee minus 21.5.
And what did Hank tell? Anyone tell Hank has his?
Yeah, he told me. He said, in honor of the Scottsdale Barstool Bar opening Friday, my lock is Arizona State plus 8.
Okay, like it. All right.
got
So
Oregon State.
wait, did you do your lock?
Not yet.
All right, go with your
Florida
lock.
State team total over 37.5.
Okay.
They got Louisiana. Louisiana's got an okay defense, but they haven't seen this level of competition. They give up 364 yards a game. Florida State's offense has been rolling. 38 against Syracuse, 45 against Miami, 41 against Georgia Tech, 28 against Clemson. That's the last 4 weeks. They're going to score. They might score 38 by fucking accident. Short fields here. I know it's a little bit of a look ahead with Florida. It's actually even
That's
better.
a big look ahead.
It's actually even better if Louisiana stays in the game. I think Florida State's going to go take care of business early.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What did you just say?
Yeah.
Whoa. What did you just say?
I said it's better if Louisiana stays in the game a little bit and scores what they need to score.
So,
But what you weren't looking at the
retroactively-
clock.
No,
the
I was. It was
the Jets
the first
were taking
quarter. It was the
massive
first
amounts
quarter when
of
I said
chunk.
it. It was the first quarter when I said it.
Fair enough.
So you agree with me now, retroactively. And when
College-
you bet
yeah.
a team total over, you want the other team to score so that you can
100%.
keep
We
in
were
it.
talking about that just the other day in the Toledo game, and
Yeah.
we were right.
Yeah.
So you've come around. That's growth. That's growth. Because we were watching that Bills-Jets game, and the first drive the Jets had 10 minutes left in the first quarter, you're like, punt right now. And I was like, dude, you want them to score.
Yeah.
100% too.
Okay, we're good. That
Coming around.
maybe the first time you've ever listened to me about anything. All right, so Florida State over, team total over.
37.5.
Okay. I have the Navy plus 17. So the parlay is Dukes, Bubba, Dave. Bubba, why don't you start? You're in third.
I'm going to do the UMass Texas A&M over 47.5.
Ooh, okay. Texas A&M should be able to score that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a gross one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Dukes. Or no, Dave.
I've been going back and forth. I was going to take Baylor, but I'm going to flip it. Following Hank with the Scottsdale bar opening. I was supposed to go to that. It's just too much travel. Couldn't get the days out. But I'm going to take Arizona at home. Arizona, that coach is doing a great job. They're +4 against Washington State. Should be a high-scoring, close game. I'm going to take Arizona.
Okay, Dukes.
Well, this is good because I'm not betting really the team. It's the spot again, and I'm taking Baylor plus 2.5.
Oh, great. I was going to put my own. I love it.
Smart guys, Dave.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So there's the
that
paper
went,
parlay.
listen, that just became like a 80-star play because Dukes is 9-3 in his mortals. I'm 8-4. Rico is 4-8. Rico loves TCU.
That's not true.
Dukes and I love Baylor.
In
that
the
made
spot,
me put
I
a mortgage
picked
on
TCU. I don't love TCU. In the spot, I picked TCU.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love Florida State's team total over 37.5.
Okay.
That quarterback's great.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Dave. Thanks, everyone, for listening. Back to regular time. Actually, next week we will probably be releasing Pick'em on Wednesday. I would say we're going to tape it on Tuesday.
Taping Tuesday, right?
Yeah, so that will be a big one, though, because we got a lot of games all Thanksgiving week. All right. See you, everyone.